Hi, Pawan. It's a pleasure to have you. Interesting space, very new space. Investments have been as old as humankind, I guess, but you are building a bandwagon kind of following for your investment, which is crypto. So let's talk about why you wanted to focus solely on crypto. There's a lot of learning curve for people, but there are also a lot of apprehensions about it. So, maybe it's a good time to learn from you why crypto.
Absolutely. Part of the reason is that we believe it is as big as internet first time when internet came. So crypto is actually building the next version of internet. So we call it Web3 technologies, and the opportunities is bigger than any other space right now. So we really want to focus on crypto. The reason is that the opportunity is immense and there's a lot of work to be done. There's a lot of uncertainty around this space. So this is the time to focus our attention in one area so that we can do a good job about educating our investors and also managing their money. And we do have plans in future to diversify into other areas so that we can become the one-stop for anybody looking for growing their money.
What is the business model?
So the business model is like we have hedge funds, we have private funds, which we allow qualified investors to invest in, and our minimum is $50,000 for each fund, which is much lower than many of our competitors, which also makes it very accessible. So we have 3 funds right now which allow investors to take advantage of full spectrum of crypto projects. So we have one fund called Blue Chip Fund, which is basically investing in infrastructural projects. So Ethereum, Avalanche, and many front-running blockchains. We invest in those projects using that fund. The second fund is Mudra Value Fund. So as you know, when Internet version 2 came in, like Twitter, Facebook, all of these companies were part of Internet 2.0. It was a new set of companies that came in that people didn't know about in first version of Internet, and they disrupted the entire economy. The same thing is going to happen with what we call Web 3.0, which is a decentralized version of Internet. So when that happens, there are a lot of new companies, just like Web 2.0, they're going to come in and get their market share. So Value Fund actually identifies those kind of projects and allows our investors to invest early in those projects so that the potential for money growth is really higher. Now, third fund is Metaverse and Gaming Fund. Now, I don't have to tell you how big that space is right now with Facebook and many other big players entering. So that fund focuses on tokens or coins in that particular space and allows our investors to solely invest in that area because that area is going to be very hot for next couple of years. So that's our primary model, and we are a typical hedge fund. So which means we charge 2% management fees and 20% performance fees on average. But if you have more than $250,000 with us, we reduce that to 17.5% and 1.75%. And if your investment crosses $500,000, that becomes 1.5% and 15%.
So here's the important question, especially during the times where crypto is now. Is it fair to say that people's worst fears about crypto came true because of where it is now compared to where it was a few years back? Or no, you think this is the trough that all evolving technologies go through, so people shouldn't be taking this into consideration? It's a long-term game.
Yeah, so in crypto, it has been very highly unpredictable over last 10 years. I think that is changing a lot, right, this year. So with BlackRock coming in, with institutional investors, with Fidelity having talks about allowing Bitcoin in 401k, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, and many other big players having crypto on their balance sheet, is changing it all. What is happening, is unfortunately the macroeconomic factors, which are all coming at same time, impacting crypto right now. So the war happening, Russia-Ukraine war happening, and then rate hikes and a lot of other factors that are coming at the same time. I would tell you that crypto outlook was never as bullish as it is right now, given the big players entering into it, institutional money flowing into it, and regulation is acknowledging that there is a new industry which needs attention and quick working around, getting some regulation in place so that investors feel safe, and institutions who are starting, crypto projects, they are also well covered. So it's a good thing. It never happened. A year ago, every time you will hear that the regulation is going to shut down Bitcoin, they were going to shut down crypto. That was only just 1 year ago. So the amount of progress that this space has seen is amazing. And last year, we saw $33 billion worth of investment from VCs in crypto projects, which is huge. And there's a lot of inflow, not only of the capital, monetary capital into crypto, but there's a lot of inflow of human capital in crypto. So there are a lot of highly talented technology and finance personnel who are now joining crypto industry, because this is where the growth is happening. So all trends are indicating that it is going to do well. It is one area which is highly acknowledged as a growth area, right? So macro factors, they are going to be there. Nobody knows whether they will last 1 month or 6 months, but eventually they will, right? So they will ease out, and crypto will have a very good outlook.
On that bullish note, thank you. Appreciate that, and wishing you all the best.
Thank you very much.
All right.